Um, Islamic Heart, underground beats for like Che, Maajins, artists like that. I'm gonna play the full beat before I break it down, and I'm gonna break down each sound and how I got to making it like my process. Yeah, here's the full beat. That's basically the full beat. Um, and yeah, first sound I went into the Tyrell N6s, one of the free plugins, I'm pretty sure. And one pack, I got this polysynth called Travel Insert. And I laid this down. Oh shit. And I laid this down. Just more catchy melody, faster paced than 155 BPM. Then I layered it with a pulsator. And to break down the MIDI, like I can't really, to try my best, just started off with this, like, kind of a power chord, I guess, if you want to call it that, and just alternated, um, those two notes and had like notes in between, and then this is just me going down in the scale, from then, and just having notes in between that kind of mesh everything together. Layered that, then I went into Tyrell 6 again and got um Slick Sync, which is a lead type of plugin, and I laid this down. It's a very simple melody that like counteracts with the, or helps out with the main sounds. I grabbed this, which is a key, and that's what it's called, Angels of Tyrillium. And I put this down. Yeah, again, that's just an accent sound on top of everything. And then for the last sound in the melody, I went into xenology, and I grabbed another lead, and this is what I laid down. Very, very simple melody that just kind of helps out with the rest of the melody. And yeah, I just went for something more like, it's not really too aggressive, but it's not really laid back. Just a nice melody and leads on top of it, keys, things that help everything sound well. And yeah. Everything just kind of sounds like well together. Um, I'll play the full drums before I break them down, but the drums are fairly like simple, and yeah, I'll play them. Oh shit. So yeah, to start out with the 808, I went higher because this sounds really, really good at the start of the beat to me. Like how it plays higher pitch and then it just descends down throughout, and then finally at the end, it has this note bringing it back up. Shit. But I just really followed the melody with it. Um, Normal clap. Nothing too crazy on that. Um, so for the hi-hats, I have one hi-hat that plays two-step normal, which is this. And the hi-hat itself is not like distorted, but it's not like a normal hi-hat, I guess. It, has that distorted feel to it, kind of. And then another hi-hat that's just the normal one that plays like every 4. And the effect that it kind of like it helps. It just makes it sound different. Like you hear both of them, and yeah, I do that in a lot of my beats. I quit doing it recently, but it still helps out in certain beats like this one. Then I've open hats, so I'll play the open hats with everything, which is this at the start, a longer open hat, which I use in a lot of beats. And then that one. And then I added this open hat lastly, and then this snare. I don't know if my mic picked that up, but ignore my fucking brother banging on my door. Um, yeah, I just added more counter, like shit to counter out the melody, help everything out, and the only thing that's really different throughout the entire thing is that this open hat plays twice with the clap at the end there. And that's pretty much it for the arrangement on everything. Started out pretty normally. Every sound playing, and then the 808 comes in, and then for the hook, I took out the first lead, and then for the verse, I added the first lead back and took out both of the other sounds, and I have the first 2 sounds, the key, the synth, whatever, and the pulsator. I have those playing throughout the entire beat. At the end, it's just the melody. It's no drums, and then for the drums on the verse, I cut out all of the extra shit other than I had this play right here. Long open hat, I had it play right there, and I cut the hi-hat out, the second hi-hat for 1 bar, and then right here I cut both of the open hats out for 2 bars. Kind of like, yeah, I tried to, for most of the beat I had a lead playing, and then I had the parts right here and right here, where there was no lead playing at all. But other than that, I'll go to the mix on most of the things. Fresh air on the master, soft clipper. These are the settings, and I turned it down in the mix. Limiter that turned the gain down on, and then a compressor that I put onto I think general purpose 2 or one of those presets, and I turned it down a lot. The 808 has a bass, like it's bass boosted, but I lowered the sub so it doesn't like distort everything crazy. And then everything else in the melody is just reverb, a little bit of reverb, and an EQ that takes out the low to get space for the 808. And that's it. I didn't mix anything else. So I have a little bit of reverb on the clap, but that doesn't really matter. Yeah, 155 BPM, pretty fast paced, and that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, my computer started chopping. So that's it. Um, yeah, like, sub, whatever, comment, all that, and yeah.